What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my third video. This topic is not only crazy, but I heard about this story. I've seen so many videos on TikTok, people talking about how there's multiple black females at Disneyland crashing out, acting like 304's, just because they got like mini skirts and acting stereotypical ghetto black people around them because usually when you go to Disneyland, you usually see just white people there. But with black people there, I feel like we can't even be ourselves, but just the whole around. And like I said, when it comes to our culture, we have it the worst in most cases. So shout out to this content creator. Let's get into this video.
Skirt in real life for the very first time. And now I need to know how we outlaw them.
What?
Bubble skirt means bubble skirt, not bubble out.
Hi.
Turn off.
Sorry, excuse me.
Turn off.
Your ass.
Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. This is the one thing that I cannot stand about these bubble skirts. Anytime when I see women wear it, they're just showing their cheeks out for the whole world to see. Try to get validation from men all over the internet, especially Instagram. That's kind of like the new normal now. It's just sexualize yourself on Instagram just to get male validation. And then they go do OnlyFans just to make things worse.
Y'all was at Disney World, and it was ass everywhere. Ass everywhere. We talking about babies in strollers, 5-year-olds walking around with their daddies. Like, a family-friendly amusement park.
And it's not even
Do
that.
y'all have to hoe up every damn event?
I'm just sick of it, honestly.
Understand.
Since then, we are seeing the most naked behind tail bubble skirts. First of all,
guys, you remember when we did the video about the bubble skirts outfits that a lot of women was wearing to black homecomings? Well, it looks like these women has continued this trend wearing the outfits at places like Disney.
And honestly, what is so cute about them wearing bubble skirts? Like, what was the whole point of them actually doing that anyway? Because we know what's gonna happen in summer and this whole hot girl summer, which means hot 304 girl summer, where they just wear a bunch of skimpy tight outfits just to act like sluts on there. Especially when you're going to a family friendly place known as Disney World. How are you going to expect people to take you seriously and respect you if you can't even respect yourself? I mean, don't you think as black women you should know better than that? Don't get me wrong, I love women, I love black women, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all with all my heart. But the stuff that y'all do like this is making me question. Like, I have a bunch of questions as to what makes you think all of this is cute to do in Disneyland. Like, are you trying to embarrass the family? What's up?
Behavior from these women. And of course, it has started a whole lot of conversation online again. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Oh yeah, I seen her video earlier.
Me and two of my bestest homegirls in the whole wide world went to Epcot in Orlando to celebrate my birthday. March 29th, big Aries energy, whoop whoop, you know, whatever. Okay, cool. So we get there, and of course, everybody's dressed up. I did the Ariel thing. My homegirl did Sleeping Beauty, drinking, whatever. We all dressed up in our little fits, and it was cute. So it was different groups of girls that were there. Black women specifically. I'm calling you out because I wouldn't be me if I didn't. Okay. So Disney World is a family-friendly amusement park. Keyword on family.
It is.
The amount of tennis skirts and ass cheeks that I saw at Disney World gave me secondhand embarrassment. It's going to take me 2 weeks to recover from. There is no reason why.
This is why I can never take my culture seriously.
Tiana and your ass is
this
hanging
ain't
out the bottom of your
it.
skirt.
This is never it.
It's not. And I'm talking about March the 29th. Y'all was at Disney World, and it was ass everywhere. Ass everywhere. We talking about babies in strollers, 5-year-olds walking around with their daddies. Like, A family-friendly amusement park. Do y'all have to hoe up every damn event? Help me to understand.
It doesn't make any sense at all,
What will make
bro.
you comfortable enough to wear a
It really
skirt
doesn't.
so short it's 6 inches of raw ass hanging out the bottom of it? We at Disney World. My God.
I just saw with the
And it's pretty obvious to me that they will always continue this stupid trend just to get attention, because they want the world to accept their promiscuous behavior and hoish, hoish ways when we literally don't have to do that. And honestly, I just feel like, to me, that we live in a society where women will always be 304s. There's no fixing them. There's no correcting them. There's no holding them accountable for their own actions. They're going to know and show you who they really are. It's just sad to me that as a black man, you want to see your black women to be successful. But how are they going to be successful if they're dressing like that? Like, why?
I think this trend needs to end. I've seen a lot of
It really
cheeks
does,
on my
because
timeline,
this is getting
and
out
I'm
of
really
control,
concerned
honestly.
because it leaves a lot of you exposed.
I just saw the bubble skirt that y'all have been talking about. Yikes. Yeah, that
Yeah, big
it
yikes,
might
bro.
not be for us. Yeah. It's probably not for us.
Okay, if you ever been to Disney World, you already know family oriented, kids everywhere, grandparents, fathers, mothers, just a family setting. I'll say it like that. It's divided in different portions. You got Epcot, you got Animal Kingdom, you got Magic Kingdom. Universal Island are two separate things. But when it comes down to Disney World, basically kids everywhere, elderly everywhere. So the question is, I came across this content creator page, and basically her video was explaining she went to Disney World for her birthday. They was dressed, real neat and cute. The ears, we love a good curved ears. They were so cute. They have plenty of choices and everything. But anyway, and then I came across this comment, and basically, and that's a good question. Should Disney World have a dress code? Because
They need to have a dress code.
Y'all getting out of hand with having y'all cheeks
Because-
hanging out. And y'all walking around with 2 little skirts and shorts on and cheeks everywhere. And it's like, why? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not biased to anything, but I'm just saying, why as women you feel like you have to go everywhere and let it hang out? Basically, I put it like that, just let it hang out. But again, should they come up with a dress code? But then people be like, oh, they being this, they being that, we gotta blah blah blah. But grandparents, kids, everywhere. And it ain't about nobody daddy, but it's just the fact of, this a family place, and this is not the time and place to show what your mom gave you. But anyway, do y'all think that Disney...
Yes, I'll make a yes. They need to have a dress code, especially if you're a woman of color. Because all I see is them just try to disrespect places that is known to be a family-friendly place for kids and families all alike. And we can't even do none of that without them try to spice up their so-called content. And we all know that what kind of content creators you see at Disney World, especially if they have an OF account in the licking tree. And it's kind of obvious to me that they lack accountability. Because I can tell when they're young and dumb, that's how you know that, yep, this world is going to hell. It's painfully obvious to me that, you see this too often. It's like it'll never get better as long as OnlyFans still exists and them on TikTok just doing dumb stuff. Especially if you're at Disneyland. That's a problem with, especially if there's like kids, moms and dads, families everywhere that are trying to have a good time in Disney. And all of this is starting to remind me of a woman, I think she was in Brazil that I cover, the TikToker who took a crap in someone's gravesite. This is a stereotypical black woman on her BS. And that's exactly what I'm seeing right now.
throw away. I mean, there's really nothing cute about a grown woman with a baby skirt on. I
Like,
know every
enough is
generation
enough.
always come at their younger people for doing wild stuff, but this is a bit out of control when you're at a place like Disney World where there's literally kids there. I thought Disney World was basically kid based. So why
But
are
it's
these
not as
women
long as they're
wearing
around.
these scrungy of outfits right in front of kids? And what needs to happen is Disney World need to put in a dress code. They
They
just
need
need to
to.
ban these bubble skirts, period.
Bubble skirts. Let's talk about it. Child, we are seeing more naked tail than we've ever seen in the history of Lifetime. Well, I'll take that back. Since the history of Adam and Eve when they was the naked tail in the garden, okay?
Yeah.
Since then, we are seeing the most naked behind tail bubble skirts.
That's the
First of
unfortunate
all,
part.
Why y'all overdo stuff? I really hate when somebody overdo something. You overdo a trend, you overdo something cute that could have been cute. You just have an overdue spirit. Why aren't we wearing tights with that? No, because you want your behind flouncing. We don't want to see your tail flouncing. I'm annoyed. I don't care how old I get. My mom, if I'm at the age I'm at, and I ain't gonna share my age, my mama gonna look at me and say, "Now where are you going with that? Now what is going on here? A bubble skirt? I know that's a trend, but boo boo, you gotta figure out something. Your tail, you got your tail flouncing everywhere, just sashaying, and then y'all want to sashay with the bubble skirt."
And you would have think that their moms would have raised their daughters right. Wrong. Because what I see is a bunch of fatherless behaviors on all over social media. Because without a father present into their kids' lives, this is the shit that I'm concerned about. And this is the one that I'm seeing right now. Thank God for real women like this that actually sees and calls them out on their BS. We need more women like her.
It's cute until you turn around. The bubble skirt is cute, especially, because I got me some legs on me.
You wear that into your bedroom, not in public.
With some good, juicy, cute, formed legs. But it's when you turn around. I get the picture. I know it. I see it. But it's when you turn around and that tail is just flouncing. Y'all can't tell me that it's cute. Who's telling y'all that that's fly? Who's telling y'all that's a vibe? Who told y'all that? Did your mind? You can't see behind you. That's what it is. You can't see it. You can't see it. You can't see what we see.
Sad,
Tell
bruh.
me now. Stop wearing them bubble skirts if you ain't got no doggone tights on. And then put on the thickest tie. I seen some girl, she had the thinnest tights on.
Someone's
you
bigger
had
than-
the tight, but then
If I see a woman who is the size of a mastodon wearing a bubble dress, I'm gonna laugh at you. Not in front of your face, but while I'm in a car just watching people go inside the store.
Shay, I want y'all to see my tail. I still want you to see my skin. What is that spirit? That spirit is annoying. I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. I don't get into super modesty. I dress modest, but sometimes, you want to show a little shoulder, a little arm, a little thigh, a little leg every now and again in appropriate places. But this flouncing with your tail out and then you want to sashay with the flounce wears me out. Pick one, okay? Child, y'all don't got no modesty, no bone of a modesty, no wisdom of a modesty. Stop wearing these bubble skirt, showing your tails, and sashaying and flouncing. That's all I got to say.
Okay,
It's
so
very
I'm
bougie
seeing
as well.
something about like bubble skirts. So I have a teen. I gotta go see what the hell going on. So I said, let me go see what a fucking bubble skirt is. I'm like, what?
It's
the
probably
hell?
the biggest
It's like
mistake by
literally
researching
like
it.
an inch or two short from your cooter, where you can see everything. And so, what sparked this particular content is that I was going through the video, and I see a girl talking. She had on that outfit, talking about get ready with me, and she said she was going to Times Square. Times Square. Now, listen, I understand. Times Square has evolved, okay? have evolved. And this generation, it must be nice. It must be nice to walk around with a skirt like that in Times Square. Because I promise you, back in the 90s, early 2000s, listen, I almost got snatched up in Times Square, you know what I'm saying? And I had on jeans and a Care Bear shirt. So I can imagine if it was still like that, girl, the way the pimps and stuff at Puerto Rico be waiting for your ass.
PSA.
That'd be the
Ladies,
scariest part.
Bubble skirt means bubble skirt, not bubble out. Just because they make it, don't mean you got to wear it. You walking down the street with your kids, they looking at it. Come on now.
Embarrassing.
Come on. And then it's like we in a strip club. Then when somebody start throwing dollars at you, you get mad. You walking down the street covering your kids' eyes, cause this all that thing hanging out, all of it, not some of it, all of it. And then get mad when somebody say something. Leave something for the imagination, cause that ain't leaving a damn thing. Come on, y'all. Just because they make it, do not mean you have to wear it. Bubble skirt, not bubble out. I'm talking about all hanging out. Come on now. Now you see
But
that
you
little
can't
slim
tell them that they're
girl
gonna
or
wear
that
what they
big
want to
girl,
wear.
when they put it on, it's fine. If it ain't showing all that, come on, but don't in the bag. Come on, y'all. It's bubble skirt, not bubble ass. Just because they make it, don't mean you got to wear it.
That's right. When did modesty ever?
See what this woman is wearing? I would rather take her seriously wearing this than them wearing tight revealing outfits, especially if you're in a public place. Like, say if you're in church for like the picnic outside of your church, and you're going inside the church for like a 9 to 11 Sunday morning service, and you coming in wearing stuff like that, especially when a church has a dress code. You can't be coming in God's house dressed like a 304. Or especially where you're in a committed relationship or in a marriage and where you have family, aka kids, the baby father. You could have at least showed some respect to him. If he doesn't want his woman wearing stuff like that in public, then it's obvious to me that she doesn't love you. All she's doing is just disrespecting you and the relationship, especially if you're dressed like a modesty strip.
Issue I have
I do.
with it is there's a time and place for everything. And I don't know why these women feel the need to show so much, because a woman can be wearing a sweatsuit and a guy can still look at her and tell, hey, you know, I can't really tell all her curves, but I can tell she got body up under that sweatsuit. Men can still see a woman's body regardless of how much she try to cover up. But these women today do not understand that. They feel the need to just put it right in a man's face.
Y'all, I just saw a bubble skirt in real life for the very first time. And now I need to know how we outlaw them. I feel like I've been traumatized. I have never seen that much booty cheek on somebody that I wasn't married to or birthed. I'm just sitting in the parking lot. I was about to walk in Old Navy. I've seen them on the Lord's internet, but
The Lord's internet? What are you talking about, the Lord's internet?
I wouldn't think that you would wear that at 9:30 on a Saturday morning to the Bath and Body Works.
So unattractive,
I think that's where
bro.
she was going.
And you wonder why a lot of
blown
men
away.
rather stay single because of this
It
shit.
looked like she was wearing a scrunchie. That's what they look like. It looked like a scrunchie. Holy moly, it's a waist scrunchie. I think a scrunchie would cover up more. I'm blown away. Have y'all seen these things out in public? Is this what we're doing now? I do not want to participate. Count me out.
Okay, don't mind my parents. I just left the gym, but I just saw another video about bubble skirts, and it was a mom talking about taking her kids to the mall and people being in there with them. And I was seeing the homecoming videos. I never seen anyone in the actual skirts, just people talking about it, right? And in my mind, when I was envisioning the bubble skirts, I was just like, oh, I like a pleated skirt that just happened to be kind of fluffy, right? Which they kind of are. But when I clicked the search finally today, I said, oh, I see why people are saying things. I've been known to show a little skin, but I always wear shorts under my skirts. You can't even wear shorts under those. I see what the aunties are talking about. Although I'm at 30, I'm an auntie now too, basically. But yeah, they're short as hell. And like I saw a couple, and these were all relatively smaller girls. And like when I saw the skirt, if we want to call it that, it barely covered the front. Like it was cute. It was a cute little silhouette from the front. But I noticed from the side, I said, this is the same length all the way around. And one of them actually did a full 360. I said, I see cheeks. We're wearing this to the mall? We're sitting on chairs with these? I want my booty cheeks on a seat. Ah! Like, I know the fashions come and go, but why can't they just be a little longer? Like, they're so cute, too. No lie. The bubble skirts are cute. But why are they so short? Like, they don't cover anything. It's like a bandeau. For your butt.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but these bubble skirts, I think a lot of these girls is getting 2 sizes too small. Like, I don't think bubble skirts should be worn by thick girls, because these thick girlies, if you're not turning around to show the back,
what the hell am I even looking at?
And only the front, then you should not be wearing it. And I'm gonna tell you why. It does not fit you. Your whole ass
so
are out,
embarrassing.
like, confused.
All I see is secondhand embarrassment when I look at this clip.
Bubble skirts are meant for skinny people. Only because it's covering our whole ass. Like, we don't got no ass back there for real. Like, we may have a dump truck, but that dump truck is a little tiny muffin. Like, I'm looking at these, I'm like,
yeah.
Like, y'all are embarrassing, and then wearing it to
and my same reaction when I see stuff like that.
I get 304 vibes. I probably get 304 vibes.
Yep. Especially, clips like this.
If you haven't seen my original video on bubble skirts, you should watch that. In that video, I talked about different body compositions and how things would fit you differently.
Bruh, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but you need to do something about the side of your face. I think you might need to get your line up a little bit and get it shaped off a little, because you're looking kind of busted. But I do hear what you're saying, but just get that fixed up a little.
Now I'm wondering if the bubble skirts come shorter in the back or they're just longer in the front. Now, when I talked about the body composition, I was saying if you have a lot on the derriere, you might want to be careful as to how you are to wear this. Now, if you guys want to leave a comment and let me know, is this because they're making the back shorter, like the individual who's wearing is making it shorter? Or is it that the bubble skirt, depending on your body composition, is lifted in the back? Also, when you wear something like this and you sit out in public, do you not feel like the thing you're sitting on, the chair, do you not feel that?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Like, what happens when they sit down? Won't their behind and skin be exposed to whatever surface they sit on? Like, I guess they walk around with towels in
Ain't
their
nothing
purses
sexy
or
about
something,
this at all.
So when they sit down, they won't be exposed. And man, that's kind of think of it. That's pretty nasty.
Do y'all have to hoe up every damn event?
I love what she just said about hoeing
Yeah,
up
I do
every
too.
event. These young girls out here messing up people's homecomings, displaying all this whole behavior. Now they doing it at Disney World, right there in front of the kids and Mickey. What happened to a woman showing some type of, class and not
Like
being
this
so
right here.
classless? I love modest women. And then a lot of these women got the nerve to wonder why they can't find a man to take them serious enough to be in a relationship with them. If I'm a man and I go to a woman and I see that she wears stuff like this on her social media, I'm not gonna take her seriously. She would just get put in
Same
the
for
basket
me.
of being a fun girl to me. That's it. I'm pretty sure I'm like most men, and I can never take a woman seriously who don't practice some type of modesty.
Or
But you guys drop a
self-respect.
comment.
I would just say what I was thinking too. You know, women nowadays will never ever have self-respect for themselves or practice accountability because feminism, the power of feminism, right? Because I know when feminism fails society, they have failed these fatherless people in society. Because I remember back when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, I used to always wear my pants hang up from my butt cheek because that was the kind of style back then. And they're still doing it now, but you don't see me doing that because I grew out of it. I just think that to me, you know, if women want to have a decent relationship with their dream guy, they gotta change their habits. If not, then they could just stay single and be a hoe forever. Because I'm tired of seeing it. People are tired of seeing it on social media and in real life. And I know most of these modern day women are young, in their early 20s, immature, delusional, thick minded, dumbfounded, young and dumb, lost and confused. And they think that wearing bubble skirts is a way to get any man, which is not the case, and it shouldn't be the case. So, yeah, shout out to Dating Right. Links to the original video will be down below, and I'm holla at y'all.